Hey YouTube, I wanted to veer off my Sparks channel and start a new channel um, with a focus on helping people to know how to live, which I know sounds odd, but I think there's a lot of dropping the ball when teens leave the home and conversations are not had that need to be had. And so this is, for my kids as well as for sort of a continuing education, the Van Dyke School for the Gifted, but also for anybody out there, nephews, nieces, someday grandkids, I suppose. I wanted to talk about a subject today that's out there, and I wanted to talk about marijuana, but not just marijuana, but also medication in general. Uh, I think that there's need for it. There's a lot more need for medication, whether it be depression medication, possibly temporarily or long term, or all sorts of medications, ADHD stuff or ADD. And I am here to legitimize that and say there are times when people need stuff, and there are times where people need stuff and maybe need it for the rest of their lives. True that. However, it is always good to be able to, at some point in time, every so often, come back to a baseline. The baseline is what your body is when it's getting fed proper food, when it's getting proper sleep, when it's getting hydration and exercise, when your thoughts are not harried by so many concerns that you're kind of frantic or worried. So the need for a baseline is what I'm talking about. I have been blessed to, on many occasions throughout my life, to be needing very little medication or none at all. And so I have had bouts of medication, and where the medication had a side effect. It's kind of that double whammy of medication. And that's discouraging to me as a user of the medication, and so really made me want to get off of it. And I did, and like I said, I was fortunate and blessed to be able to do that. And I'm not going to cast that upon you, but I would hope that I've had other anecdotal times where I've known people that used medication for a time, so deep in depression that they couldn't get out without a help. Great. Then after getting out and getting sort of normalized, or working with their doctor about some things here and there, be able to get off the medication. And at least, of course, to strive to be as medication free as possible. And this does mean, of course, that this doesn't mean you're not using Tylenol, many different kinds of medications that are helpful, antacids. Even those, you need to ask yourself, well, why do I need those? Tylenol, ibuprofen, coffee, caffeine, nicotine for some people. So these are all things we take, but I hope at some point in time we can reach back to the baseline. Why would we want to go back to the baseline? I guess that's the question I haven't answered yet. Because if you don't know where the baseline is, you don't know what normal is. And if you don't know what normal is, you don't know your own body. You're just always jacked, whether it be Monster drinks or caffeine or nicotine, you're always jacked. And there is never a time when you're not jacked. You don't know what's normal, and that's problematic, I think. So I would highly recommend that you be able to get some sort of yes/no to the medications you're taking as much as possible, and that includes, like I said, the sugars that are going in your body. Just keep aware of your body. and what is baseline. Sometimes depression is caused by circumstances. Sometimes it's caused by stress and worry. The habit of worrying, just heard about it on Sunday. Worrying is a sin. Oh yeah, forgot about that. That's right. So that is going to take a toll on you. So baseline. So please think about returning to a baseline every once in a while and saying, I can put it down. Having the power to say, I can put it down. I can put it away. This doesn't own me. I use it. It doesn't use me. This is not otherworldly wisdom. This is common sense. So here's my recommendation. Return to your baseline every once in a while. Sometimes you got to do that with a doctor's approval. Sometimes you don't. Whatever you got to do it. You need the medication, good. But have a baseline and know your baseline. And don't medicate the stuff that you can take care of by changing some habits or schedules or things like that. All right, thanks guys. Hope this is helpful to you, and maybe we'll do some more. Thanks. Bye.